Good afternoon, everyone. We are here today to celebrate and commemorate the life of Harold Fletcher Smith, better known as Harry or Smithy to his co-workers on the shop floor of the Holden manufacturing plant in Geelong. My name is Dee Voyevich and I will be officiating the ceremony today. Think back to where you were a week ago, what you were doing. None of you here would have thought you'd be present at Harry's funeral service today. Life gives us these twists and turns, and mostly we're never ready for them. How do you prepare for such an event? Well, the answer is you just can't. Our thoughts and prayers go to Harry's children, Tempest, Harry's eldest and only daughter, to Harry's son, Adrian, Christian and Eric, and the 4 grandsons, Zale, Dylan, Kai and Fletcher. Our deepest condolences. To Harry's children, you have lost the only man you have known all your lives. No words can describe your grief or the pain you are experiencing right now. But the community that stands behind you today is here to support you and help you heal. Harry, born and raised in his beloved Geelong, to an Italian mother and Australian father. It's where Harry grew up, where he attended school, and I use that term loosely, attended, because his attendance was a well-documented absence rather than present through all his high school years. And right alongside him was his best mate, Franco. Where were they? Where did they go? Those two might have coined the phrase gone fishing. Harry had to step up into manhood at a young age, at 13. In fact, to support his family of 5 brothers and 2 sisters, when his father passed away suddenly. Life was tough, times were hard and work was scarce. At 17, he was eventually hired at the new Holden car manufacturing plant in Geelong. His honest, hard work ethic saw him move up quickly within the plant. Management saw how a person like Harry instilled others to achieve much more than a weekly paycheck. His responsibilities steadily increased until he was offered a job in the office. But that wasn't for Harry. His best work was on the plant floor, working alongside his best mate Franco and sharing jokes and bringing pride and integrity to every Holden car built during his time. That's why he always drove a Holden, and his favourite, his red Commodore. As Harry worked at providing for his brothers and sisters, taking care of his mum, Harry met the love of his life, Marion, also a Geelong girl. Marion didn't take too much to fishing, but she sure could gut and clean a fish better than any man around the Geelong region. They raised 4 beautiful children, to which are all here today. And they can take solace knowing that their parents are now together at last. The need to provide for his family turned into a passion that saw Harry win some serious fishing awards over the years, from Young Fisherman of the Year award in 1988 to a Lifetime Achievement Award only last year, and several in between. And right by his side was his best mate Franco, who I'm told is really the better fisherman, only Harry was better looking. Franco has chosen a reading which I will read on his behalf today, called Dear Friend by Stephanie Solis. Today's the day you will be laid to rest. But you know what they say, God only takes the best. Everything happens for a reason, even if we may not agree. Just promise to look after us. And if you can, save a spot up there for me. The thought of never seeing you again brings tears to my eyes, and even more so because of all this was such a surprise. But we never really question what God has planned. Sometimes it's not meant for us to understand. So as we sit here and mourn the loss of a beloved friend, we have to keep telling ourselves that we will meet again. I open the floor to anyone wanting to say a few words or share a favourite story with Harry. Thank you, everyone. A man is a success who leaves the world a better place than when he found it, who never lacked appreciation for earth's beauty or failed to express it, who looked for the best in others and gave the best he can. Could we all please stand for the committal? We pay our last tribute to Harry today, the father, the mate, the fisherman, and always the gentleman. Harry's life goes on, and his legacy is seen in the faces of his children and grandchildren. This time of physical parting is always going to be the most difficult time of all. Now we say our last goodbye to Harry. Do not just feel the grief of his death, but also the gratitude for his life and the special privilege of sharing it with him. Lovingly and tenderly we return his body to the elements from which he came. We are glad Harry lived. We are glad we saw his face and felt the pressure of his hand upon our shoulders. We cherish his memory of his family, his place in history, and we cherish his friendship, and most of all his love. And the music plays. Please feel free to come forward and place a flower or a law as a final goodbye. Will the grandchildren please step forward first, followed by Harry's children? The family have invited all guests to attend a wake at the family home to celebrate an amazing man's life and a life well lived at 55 Abbott Street, Geelong at 4 p.m. today. Thank you.